You never know. My great-grandmother and great-grandfather might have been the first ones to carve their names there. During the First World War, thousands of soldiers were camped at Stonehenge. There's loads of name, rank, etc. all over the stones. Fly time, RC! How are you tonight? Thank you for joining us. Jeff, thank you so much. Whoa, look at that. Just as I click to go to the next pilot, Scott's here. Scott's gonna tidy up the airport for us. Whoop, whoop. Howdy, Scott. Smoke on. Gator glue engaged. Propeller-driven mower. That's pretty darn cool. This thing makes me laugh. Yeah, me too, man. It's just funny. It's even more funny because it's got a gator riding on it, right? Oh, Paul. Yeah, the people who throw tomatoes on paintings in museums are the same. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if it's a Toro or a John Deere or one of those grasshopper mowers. I'm not sure. I mean, you know what? It's not even cool if you're going to throw tomatoes at an Andy Warhol, right? Probably one of the most controversial artists, you know, out there. Either you're good or you're Andy. Oh, sorry, Andy. He's no Pollock. Gentlemen, Victor. How's Victor tonight? He's probably doing pretty good. He got to go fly. Whoop, whoop. How was your day yesterday, Victor? Hope you're well, Bill. Red's Custom Off-Road. How you doing, sir? Been a minute. I saw you working on another Toyota. That's really cool. I got myself a Toyota Red. You probably didn't see it, but I'll show it to you. Check out this bad boy, Red. Woo-hoo. Check it out. It's got portals, 3-link and 4-link. It's a crawler, squishy tires, headlights. Heck yeah. flew 200 miles per hour plus is a little bit fun. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Head down. Just been working on another AFJ40. Giving some upgrades. Touching up that paint under the hood. Nice job on that, my friend. Forward, forward, forward. That's almost like abort, abort, abort. That's a great truck you got yourself there, Bill. Thank you, Mike Bird. You know, I sold other Toyotas, so I had to replace it. Yeah, Paul, my cousin Paul told me, what? It doesn't have a Ford body on it. You need to change that. I think his comment was Toyota WTF. Okay, Paul. I think the sun already went down. Later and later and later every day. What about 3 more months and it'll be the longest day of the year again? Jeez. Time goes by too fast, guys. Time just flies, doesn't it? If you have something you want to do in your life, get it done. Because, Bill, it's easy to get a different body. Awesome. I know it looks like it has places you can add stuff, like add some lights, maybe some old KCs on the top, and some. It has little places where you can put rock lights underneath of it. It's pretty darn set up. Red, that new reddish colored FJ40 you're working on, it has an older small block Chevy in it, doesn't it? Sell me a Ford out of the yard. Paul, I'm probably gonna have to at some point. I mean, I really don't think I can restore all 4 or 5 of them that I have. I'm working on the ones that matter to me. And then, the other ones, well, they got to take a back seat. Woo, woo. My first brand new F-150 was in 1987. Cost $14,000, V8, 351, I bet, with a full bed. I paid cash for it at 21. You know what, Philip? I saw that photo on Facebook. Oh, the times have changed. Yes, sir. Now that same truck cost $47,000 if you get it with the $5,000 discount, right? Makes me cry. It'd be so nice if the car makers would just make some sub $20,000 economy vehicles. That way people that want a new vehicle but don't want to be in debt for 8 years can, can afford one. See, I didn't know you had a machine shop and fab shop. That's really cool. There's a lot of money to be made in a machine shop, but there's a lot of money to be spent to have a machine shop. So there's that. It's perfect out of the box, but also been made so it's easy to upgrade. Yep. I'm not sure what I'll do first, but I mean the thing comes with front dig, and I mean I guess what would be the thing to do? Make it brushless? I mean that would be the only thing you could do, right? To make it better. Ontario was the engine of Canada, so much manufacturing. Now we can't even build a house. Oh, jeez. My old truck is getting better and better as I work on it. Yes, sir, Paul. Yes, sir. That was a nice truck that you got from me. And I'm glad you got it because I know you're going to take care of it and do the upgrades that it needs. It was pretty easy to turn it over to you. I know you take care of it. I'm surprised you haven't had to put a clutch in it first by now, though. Not that it gave me any trouble, but I don't know the history of when that was done. Right? The truck had some paperwork in it when I bought it. Low down, weight, unsprung.
Are you already on some other room?
Yeah, first thing, Spectrum all-in-one. We're getting our first 70 this week. Woohoo! Well,
oh wait, am I leaving a voicemail accidentally right now?
So
I bet I'm leaving the voicemail.
Fred! Hi,
The
Fred.
incidental old guy leaving a voicemail without knowing he's leaving a voicemail until he ends up figuring out that he's leaving a voicemail. That's pretty much what's happening right now. I guess that's it. Well, what is it this time? You got too many mushrooms in your system to log in? Heh? Heh? Alright, well take your damn sweet time. There's not that many people on tonight.
And I'm grateful for Scott coming in and flying. He does an excellent job. He's a great pilot. Almost as good as Victor. I'm trying to start. I think the clutch might be new. Oh, wow, that's very cool. It would be new if you did it. Because it has that hydraulic clutch pedal, it kind of makes it hard to tell when the clutch is starting to go out. Finally chopped my hair back to short. What? What? Come on, you didn't trim your beard off, did you? hope not. Hope you kept the beard. Cut mine tonight.
Oh,
I knew we were all grateful to you, Bill, for hosting. You know what? I want to be here. I want.
Ah, he's here!
Guys.
I'm not alone anymore. Yay!
And I'm glad we get to just fly, hang around.
I'll bet you messed up your
about
microphone.
Anything you want. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Oh, there you are.
It's a pretty silly
Does
voicemail.
anybody know
Huh? Oh, you listened already?
my hair is the
Yeah.
longest it's ever been?
I've been trying to get in here. It's been like
it
locked.
sure is. Mountain RC.
Oh shit, maybe that's what's
I
going
think
on.
Your hair's about
Maybe that's why
as
nobody's
long as mine was.
Yeah,
a
it
long
totally
time
sucks
ago.
to get in. Took forever.
I mean, I had hair down to the middle of my back.
Did you download this
Well-
plane that I sent you?
here. Yeah, I can see it now.
I've
Finally.
been at grade 2 years.
This thing is just shit.
Well, he's on a flying field where the C button does not fucking work. Oh, are you mowing the
Hey.
lawn right now?
Hang on.
He was.
Hang on.
Grew it for 4 years.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Dude, that is what's up.
Well, you know,
Oh yeah,
man
baby.
with the-
Here we
man
go.
with the beard
All right,
Wait,
so
never
I
Let me
was
get over there.
I was in a map that had a bunch of buildings today. I was
Uh-huh.
stuck on the wall. I was stuck on the wall doing a head spin on the wall.
Wow. Did you get video?
No.
Oh no, you crashed. What will you
I don't know
do?
if I can grow my hair back.
Oh, don't worry. I can fix that.
It's a lot of
How
work.
the roles have reversed. I'm flying a very fragile plane, and you're
Grade
flying a head
2
spinner.
haircut for years. What's a
Where are
grade
you?
2
Oh, here you are.
haircut? Like
Hold
an
on.
Opie Taylor haircut?
We need to pick a spot so I know where to go.
Long hair country boy. Long hire country boy.
Can't find you.
I
Can't
know what
find
you
you.
mean,
Oh,
Paul.
I think I saw it. Oh, there we go. Okay, is this where we're gonna
Morgan, thank you so much.
be? Oh, he's gonna
I
start
can be
looking
right
at
here.
us.
Hang
Let's
on,
go to
let
the
me
next pilot.
bust
you're
out my
right there.
tap
That's
dancing
perfect.
shoes.
Here we go. All right. Yeah. Woohoo! Party
I
on.
won't even try and say that.
Oh, dude.
PCs indeed.
And I'm still flying somehow. It did grab me.
Nice flying, sir. Carvazoo T150.
Woohoo!
Shaved. And under every
So much more
ponytail
fun with an
is
indestructible
an
plane.
asshole.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Dan, how about them Hawkeyes and Cyclones? Sweet 16, baby. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
I wonder
that's
where everybody
crazy.
is. Where is everybody?
Fucking
He pulled up
yes.
the
Shit,
screen.
bald soon.
He
Damn
pulled up the
bald
screen and there
spots
was
on the
like
back
him
top.
and
Oh, no.
maybe 3 other people.
Not cool.
It's just you and I right now, huh?
No, CBO Hobo's here somewhere. I mean, I don't know
Ooh,
if he's
some
actually
flat
flying.
turns.
And a guy named Basi mid, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, no balding here, but I'll tell you what, you can't tell, but it is really starting to turn gray, like my beard, even up here.
But so pretty much 4 and then Wild Bill.
Slap nuts RC. How you doing,
But there's a bunch
Spencer?
of people on the YouTube channel like chatting in the live chat.
Hey, did you guys read that story about the quadriplegic guy that is accused of shooting his roommate? That's some crazy stuff right there.
A quadriplegic
I don't
shooting
know
a
how
roommate?
a quadriplegic could
That's
even
crazy.
pull the trigger. But I guess it happened.
Can you imagine such a news story? They must be trying to distract us from something. A quadriplegic shoots Hey, are you muted? What happened?
Has this
No, I hear you.
food yesterday.
Dude, I'm fucking
no.
hovering. I'm like rolling
Spencer,
Harrier
that's going
and
around because
hovering
my granddaughter
bang
had
bang
that.
mobile.
My wife had that.
Wait, really? Where? Didn't I download
There's
that?
some
Oh,
kind of little
I should grab that. Oh, shit!
little stomach thing going around. Ugh,
Come back.
not good.
Where'd you go? Here, see this plane over here? Let's hang out by this plane. Hello. Oh my god, Victor with his giant plane. You see me over here? You just like cruise through. Maybe I should zoom out.
Oh no, Spencer, that's a bunch of. Yes, it is.
Let me see if I can find that. That's funny. Chitty chitty.
That's when you wish you had 3 toilets
Custom
in your
aircraft.
house.
How does it start? C?
You gotta have a pretty big
Yep.
house.
Oh, I have it right there.
To
Boom.
have 3 toilets in it.
This is the first time I've ever flown it,
Most
I
only
think.
have 2.
It's all right.
The government burned a fuel refinery. Well, I don't know if it's the government, but when I came on, there was a fire at a Texas refinery.
Okay, I gotta learn all the buttons.
Something's gonna happen, huh?
There's a shitload.
Price is gonna go up tomorrow because of it. It's okay.
This is weird.
It's okay. Things are gonna be alright. You know? I pray to God that things are gonna be good. Tomorrow's gonna be a beautiful day and the birds are gonna sing. And that's really all that matters.
Is there a high rates button?
I don't think so.
As long as the kitty cats show up for a little bit of food and the quail's still singing in the yard, I got something to eat.
So this is the fastest you could roll? Oh, I'm upside down now.
Very slow.
I thought this was supposed to be awesome.
It is.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Nice flying there. Nice flying. Nice flyby. Yes.
If you don't give it any up elevator, it's a fucking RC car.
Let's see if we can
Yep.
rifle through some pilots a little faster now. Fly good, don't suck.
What other silly things
Oh.
do we have?
Fly
Oh,
good,
no.
does not
He's
suck.
watching you now, but you're showing up as a little blue
Victor's
thing.
flying in the
Damn
room.
it.
Oh man.
So it's like you have no idea that it's a cool car. That's why I end up flying the Yak with the streamers, because at least they could see it how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
So, Mike Bird, you interested in seeing the little baby plants? They're about 8, 9 days old now. Something like that. Ooh, they're little tiny.
Little tiny blue plane.
Yeah.
Wah wah.
Let's see, what does this one say? AK American Kush. American Kush. Blackjack. We never had an Easter break. No. April 5th is Easter. Red, we've had it snow here on Easter before. Made some spaghetti, spicy spaghetti for dinner.
After flying that City Tree Bang Bang, man, a 3D plane
That
feels like a
does
rocket
sound
ship.
good, Fred. I had a burger with pepper jack cheese. Good things to come. Yes, sir. Ghetto Bird is here. Awesome, awesome. No, bought a glass of red wine, Paul. At least it wasn't in a box, Fred. We'd have to call GB if it was going to be in a box.
I got stuck in the house.
Call Christy and have it delivered.
Got stuck in the house.
Yeah, I was following along with Victor there for a second, and I hit a barn or whatever the hell that was. I'm flying some weird B-25 Mitchell Warbird thing. Just to fly upside down.
Skills there, brother. I think for me to fly and do rolls that fast, I would have to change the parameters of my the plane I fly, and then it becomes too much.
Oh look, I only have one motor going.
What are you flying?
A
You have more
twin
than one motor?
Yeah, it's a B-25
Nice.
Mitchell. It has two motors. Boy, it should be able to do left knife edge pretty good like this. If it could stay in the air. Doesn't want to stay in the air like that. Try and hover on one motor. Nope, now I got two motors out, so wah wah. Has a nice little twin sound to it. Here, listen when I pass through.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it sounds cool.
Oop. Just
So,
rubbed with a helicopter.
Today was the start of the war in Iran the first time. The first time. Started today.
Oh, you're flying something I don't have. What is it?
A little pattern plane.
Three?
What's it called?
I can't remember the year now.
I feel like I'm flying a U-control plane right now.
First day,
Did you ever fly control line?
Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
believe there were more
First thing-
casualties
You
First
did?
thing I flew.
No
Yeah.
shit?
in that first day
Oh, nice,
than
dude.
there has been the whole time.
Yeah,
Trump
back
has
in the
been
Cox
bombing
days, because it was
Iran.
late 80s.
Which
We
one
still
did
have-
you have? I had the
A lot of
PT-19.
people have lost their lives.
Okay,
since.
that was my second or third, I can't remember. The first one I had
I
was
hate
like
to
a
call it
Cessna. That was dog shit.
War.
Barely could hang in the air at all. The PT-19 was way better than that. Eventually I flew a Stuka,
Yeah,
which is my favorite.
I think we're done.
There's a guy near me right now selling a Cox
Got 'em by the
Stuka.
balls.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd love to get my hands on one
I
of
think he
those.
wants like. I would love to get my hands on a PT-19, but they're stupid money.
Yeah. I mean, they were $30
First time was 1979.
with everything.
Yeah, now they're 400.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
all went downhill from.
I mean, I don't want it
79.
that bad. You know, Don't get me wrong.
Me
so
either.
it was,
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't mind
wanted
having one.
$150 bad.
Yeah, maybe. I want it like,
before
oh shit,
then,
let
all
me
the,
see your estate sale
Iranian
again.
women wore miniskirts.
Huh, I'll give you $5
Yeah, no
for that.
kidding.
Then I'll be pretty happy with myself.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's almost how I found one of my Sterling models. Ringmasters are still in the box.
My my other nephew, my older nephew, or nephew-in-law, or I don't know. Well, anyway, he when I first came into town, he was like pretty young, and I got a Stuka because back then this was like late '90s, I think.
Oh well, what are you gonna do?
You could still get one, so I got a Stuka for him. And then, like, who knows what happened to that thing?
For the most part, it doesn't really.
I'll bet it got thrown away.
Well, the price of gas affects
Yeah,
everyone,
most
right?
of them did.
What's going on over there on the other side of the world?
Right. I'm bored of the B-25. Smash.
All of our
Oh,
lives
wait.
got
It's fun to crash. Boy, that's pretty quick disassembly.
progressively worse. Perceptively, yes. In little ways, it affected all of us.
Oh, it does have retracts. Holy shit, the AT6 kind of does 3D. Dude, check this out. This
Hang
shit
on.
could
I
almost
don't know
hover.
what day it is,
Oh my God.
but Nancy is still missing,
Oh, no shit, yeah.
which is just awful. My goodness.
It ends up
They
sinking
should have
though.
been able to figure this thing out by now.
But maybe rolling Harriers are not that bad.
I
Let's
think
see.
it's from an incompetent,
Oh, no, I lied. It's
Sheriff
not $350.
right?
What is?
So I live here. It's just my perspective
Stuka?
of what's going on.
Yeah.
The man wanted to sweep it under the rug after
how much
the
is it?
first month was over.
I just sent you a picture.
Oh, I'm gonna look.
You're exactly right, Mike Bird.
Oh Jesus!
Government sucks.
Well, down
Which one?
down from 1,000
All of them.
1,100. Yeah, but
That's
see,
the
the reason
answer.
is because
All
it's
of
still
them.
in the box. No.
Right, absolutely, yeah, but here, look
Fly
at this.
good,
I
don't
want this
suck.
one.
Thank you. Let's go to
This one
Victor.
is crazy cool. I never knew this existed.
Thank you guys for sticking
Fucking
it out.
awesome.
We got Victor's going down behind the building.
Oh yeah, that'd be
CBO,
cool.
thank you for
That was
being
probably
in
one of the
there
newer
flying.
ones.
Right?
And it's 160?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
If I had one, I don't know if I'd fly it or not. I'd more likely fly it if I found it, you know, already flown and not with the box and all like that, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't fly it. It'd go on a shelf.
Victor can chat in here and fly at the same time. He is awesome.
Somebody crashed.
Send
You just
flight
hear
Victor.
ta-da-ta.
You're flying the shit out of that little thing.
Yeah, I'm doing the one thing it can do.
It's the simple things. On a hot day, I can't walk into a store and
Let's
buy
see if
a
it can
beer
tumble.
and sit outside to drink it because no alcohol in public.
Oh,
F that, I'm an
That's
adult.
funny.
Philip, what if you're in your own yard?
Let's see.
Say,
What
what
else?
if you're
else?
in your own front yard, sitting in your lawn chair, drinking it, and it's in a brown paper bag? Do the Charter of Rights give you any rights to do that? The charter that's what it's called, the Charter?
You flying a James Bond mobile?
I think so.
I saw one of those at Oshkosh last year.
And who wrote that?
So we got a
Victor,
gear,
that's
we got a
fine.
canopy, bill rates. What
Okay,
else?
I just realized
It's
that
gotta have
was,
smoke, right?
Live in
Maybe
the
it has
chat,
flaps,
listening
probably.
and watching to a 30-minute delay on the live. Be free.
I don't
Yeah,
think it has flaps.
Red, you were asking some questions or commenting on questions that were in the past, but that's okay. You didn't miss anything, really, sir. I think I'm live now. That's good. Well, if you get a
Oh
thumbs
shit!
up,
It's still trying to fly.
in about
It
20
doesn't like the
seconds,
grass runway.
You're live.
Oh my god. This
That
is
little thing
hilarious.
doesn't.
10 seconds
It
now.
does not like grass
That
runway.
damn latency, you know.
I'll be back in a bit.
I've done that, Red. Trust me.
I didn't need that wing anyway.
Free the beer.
Whee! Oh man, I wish first person view would work. Oh man, I'm still
You
doing
know,
that.
Philip, I wonder if you just sit out there and drink some moonshine and tell them it's water, you'll probably be okay. That RC toy was sick. Yes, sir, Red. It's really cool.
This thing does not go fast.
87. Good year. Very, very fun. I sit on my step and drink it. That sounds good. The Zero is a cool airplane. It certainly is, Paul.
Let's try a stall turn. Oh
Even
wait.
the Hollywood Zeros were cool. And the old AT6 Texans that were painted up to look like Zeros for the movie. And I even think they used some of those in Baba Black Sheep. Really, Red, that's interesting. There's a YouTube video of the quad paraplegic at a shooting range shooting with his nub on one arm. Wow, that's cool. You know, some of those people, you can't stop them, right? It doesn't matter if he doesn't have legs or arms. He's going to do what he wants. He's going to figure out a way.
Have you heard of this thing about Ballad of Buster Scruggs or something like that? Has that come across your feed yet?
I mean, I know there's been pilots
Hello.
that don't have any, that are just paraplegic, don't have any arms, and
Did you read? Hello?
fly aircraft. You know, fly airplanes with no arms.
Huh.
I mean, how do you operate the rudder pedal and the ailerons? I don't get it, but they get it done, you know. He was a professional cornholio player.
Cornholio.
Total determination. Yes, sir, Mike Bird. Victor! Thank you, Victor. Let's watch Ghetto Bird. Ghetto Bird. Is Ghetto Bird flying? Yo, Ghetto Bird. Ghetto Bird. Uh-oh. Got the helicopter going. Ooh. It's gonna do some TikTok action. Wow. That's crazy. You know, there's a guy at our field, Victor Fuentes. He flies like that. That's crazy. Very, very excellent helicopter pilot. Thank you, sir, for flying. Drives cars with mouths. Amazing. Wow. Woohoo! That is hard on games versus real life. Yes, sir. I don't think a real helicopter could do that.
Depends on what you mean by real helicopter.
Oh, guys, I heard that the creator of that Pond Hub place died today. He was only 43. Enjoy the ride, MC. Hey, wow, thank you for hosting this session to fly tonight. Just bought my RC45J. It's in my garage waiting to be put together. That's awesome. That is really cool. Yeah, we do this every Monday night. 6:30 my time. What's that going to be? 9:30 East Coast time, guys. 3:30 in the morning for Mike Bird. We don't have Jono today. That's okay. We got people from Canada. We got people from the UK. We got people from down under sometimes. Enjoy the ride. I've always enjoyed the ride when I ride my motorcycle. Wish I still had them. East Tennessee here. Cool. Well, stay away from the DUI stops, sir. I hear they're getting out of hand. Beautiful East Tennessee. Boy, wait a minute. In Tennessee, isn't that where that tail of the dragon is at? That would be. In Guyana, that's right. Michael Bird. That's Catfish Dave's area. Oh, yeah. He's fishing all those rivers over there. I like watching Catfish Dave. When I saw his new channel, I thought somebody had snagged his videos and was using his content, but it was really him. Yes, Tail of the Dragon, I do track days, much safer. Yes, no oncoming cars. None at all. That's awesome. Motorcycles are fun. You would know, Paul. Paul has two Harleys that look like those, they're newer, but they look like the army bikes. They are really cool looking. They got the big star on the side. They're army green. Probably one motorcycle that I wish I still had was my 87 GSXR 1100. Red and white and black. Oh. It was so uncomfortable to ride. After 4 months of ride it for 20 minutes and get cramps like crazy just from the riding position. Because I had an 82 GS, right? A GS, GSXR. They progressed into that motorcycle. That's only because I had Suzuki dirt bikes, right? And I do like the yellow motorcycles best. I had a 95 CBR 600, red, white, black, yeah. Suzuki TL1000R for almost 20 years. TL. That's a big bike. I was very done with it and sold it. My kids were more important. Oh, too easy to twist the throttle. That is no joke. Red, and you know, we had a friend die on a motorcycle, and he had a GSXR as well. He had an 86, and we both had dirt bikes. And what happened? He goes out and gets killed on his dirt bike. We all swore up and down he was going to get killed on that big old street bike. Nope. I was thinking about one to commute for spring, but I really like drinking my coffee on the way to work. Yeah. You know, it's hard to put it into that little backpack with the straw. It just doesn't stay warm, you know? That's cool, Philip. Fred has some cool bikes. Fred, Mr. Cadillac there, he's got some old BSA stuff. Some old Triumph stuff. He loves his older bikes. I mean, the oldest thing that I've ever had, I had a 65 Honda Trail 90. Ooh. Currently have a 24 Suzuki GSX 8R. It's pretty good on Tech Track too. Jeff in Alabama. We have a dude that runs a Spark bike, has to be way over 100 up and down our road. We call him Suicide Bob. Yes. That's crazy. We might all be models. I hope I die on a cool bike, yeah. My dad had a Honda Trail 90. Yeah, you know, my neighbor, well, now it's been about 10 years ago, right? He stuck his head over the fence and said, hey, I gotta move and I got some stuff in the shed over here. I got an old motorcycle. You know anybody that likes old motorcycles? And my ears perked up and I was like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, me. Having a smoke is tough too. So when I went over to look at it, he had a 1965 Honda Trail 90 with 1,020 miles. It was all original, had all the parts except for the two little plastic side covers. And I was able to snag it for $200. Bob's living his best life. Oh, I didn't know that, Fred. I worked on British and other foreign bikes and a Suzuki shop and assembled new GS series bikes in late 79 and 81. Well, I had a GS in 81. Well, it was an 81 GS. I didn't have it in 81. I think I got it in 1990. Used. It was a great little bike. Last I rode a Fireblade a few years ago. Almost killed myself. Obviously didn't save it, but scared the out of me. So in the garage it stays, yes. Guys, let's change the pilot. Let's watch Neener Dad. I gotta run, chat, and Bill. Have a great night, y'all. God bless. God bless you, Red. Have a great one. I hope to see you live soon. Was that 110 a G model? A Shafty? No. I had a Honda Silverwing that was a shaft drive. It was a really smooth running bike. Only 500 though. Assembled mostly GS 1000s. Woohoo! Thanks for the server to fly. Sure. If you have RealFlight, you can jump in and fly with us. Comes with a little interlink and controller. Can get it on, oh, what the heck is that? Steam? You can buy it through Steam, or you can just get it online. And we just try and cycle through the pilots that are here flying, show off their skills. There's a whole bunch of airports you can change it to. I think that plane has issues.
Like a good idea.
Yeah, GS 1000s were killer motorcycles. They were fast back in the day. A lot of them became drag bikes, right? Either you had that or you had a Kawasaki. Kawasaki's were pretty fast too back in the days. Or lack of skill like me. I doubt that, Victor. I highly doubt that, sir. How many flights did you get in this weekend, Victor? I saw you had the F-22 out. I hope that AC is not too noisy, guys. It's hot here. It's been kicking on a lot. Four on the F-22 and 3 on the Fury. Oh, nice. That's good. I bet that F-22 is fun to fly, Victor. It looks like it's pretty easy to handle compared to the other, some of the other jets, like the DB5. Let's change up the pilot again. Let's see who we got. Scott Morgan. Scott's not flying. Let's go to fly good, don't suck. Boom. Both guys are crashed out. Okay. Let's go to this character here. He probably doesn't know how to fly. Man, why don't I work? Come on now. I don't even work, man. I'm on me. What's going on? Look at Bill. He wants to fly. Oh, that's cool. After 25 years out of the hobby, looking for my first flight in about a week. Wish me luck. I got a Habu 80mm XS. I'm working on it too. Hopefully I'm not going to make too many expensive mistakes. Yeah. That's a really great little EDF jet to learn with. The Habu 50, the 80, they are really good. Let's watch Victor do his dance around here. Every time I try and watch a YouTube short, DOC! Hey, I missed you coming in. Yo, Wild Bill, what's up? When y'all watch a YouTube short, does the app crash and you have to click to YouTube app button to get it back in? You was flying? Okay, Scott, I'll put it back. How about that? Sorry about that. Yeah, enjoy the ride, MC. That is awesome.
Are you back?
Well, there we
I
go.
heard a microphone.
Now
Yellow.
I got to
There
give
we
you a
go.
little second to get on.
What the hell did you
get
have
on
to
the
blow up
sticks.
the?
I guess I didn't do that.
Did you have too much
Wait,
Del
what?
Taco or? I was
Enjoy
trying
the
to make
ride.
it-
What's the first?
No, it wasn't even
Of
like
course
that,
I'm Bill,
dude.
right?
No.
Everybody else.
I'm not always shitting my brains out.
I'm just trying to hover this stock P51 with
Dwayne,
a
I've
thing
never
stuck
had
to its
that
tail.
problem, so I don't really know.
It might work.
The spaghetti sauce at the house smells so
30
fucking good.
minutes, guys.
Oh!
30 minutes left.
Caught with the fence.
Kaboom. Kaboom. Bob here. Bob, thank you.
So you ate.
We'll make you a standard moderator.
No.
Get you a blue wrench. Just don't hit nobody with it. Bob here. Not
Nope,
suicide
I just
Bob.
just made it.
You don't live in Lower Alabama with Jeff, huh? Bob, it's nice to have you in
Have my
here.
uncle over tomorrow.
And,
Fly
you
some
know,
phones
after
in the yard and eat
25
some
years, I
spaghetti.
know you're going to have a great time in the hobby. If you got out like I did when everything was nitro and electric planes
So,
were just
While
coming
Bill
in,
is reminiscing about,
you know, it's a whole different.
well, he's like
ballgame
talking with
now.
somebody in the chat who
No
is
nitro
trying to
on
fly
shoe,
again, and they
no
last
cleaning
flew
it
when
off
it
your
was all nitro.
plane. It's actually nice that way.
The last flew what? You're cutting out.
They last flew when it was like
Although
all
you
nitro stuff.
cannot deny that
Oh, long
the
time.
smell of nitro in
that's
the
one of
morning
those,
is
I guess.
a really good thing.
Oh, couldn't quite save that one. Oh, is that the head
It's a
spinner?
Great Plains Spacewalker.
This one?
7-foot
Yeah, is that where are
wingspan,
you flying the head spinner or no?
Yeah, this is the head spinner right now.
Man, I love Great Plains aircraft.
I'm flying a stock
I don't think that
P51.
plane was
Spacewalker
designed
is
to
nice.
hover.
That 7-foot wingspan.
What, this
must
one
have
right
been
here?
90 size.
The-
Spacewalker
the
from
Mustang.
60 to 90.
No, it can barely do it. And once you fall off, you really fall off.
Yeah. No getting back on the horse.
you gotta get all kinds of altitude to get it back. Ooh, pogo.
Well, in this
Maybe I'll just
in
carry
this
it
app,
around.
you can pick the Spacewalker,
This flies about as good as my Goldberg Ultimate
and then through all the parameters,
used to when
you
I was
can
trying to hover
set
it around.
up to be as big as you want. It's really cool. Had a 1 point, the wooden prop is dangerous, had a 1.6 horsepower 4-stroke on it, loved it, yes. You know, I recently, I've been into electric for 6 years now, and at first I didn't really know a thing about it. And a lot of these guys in the chat here have been really cool and helped me get through things, learning the new radio stuff. It's that's funny, Jeff. He hadn't been by in a while. Then last weekend we got zoomed several times. Bob must have made parole. That's funny, Jeff. Yeah, so I bought a 20 gas, a DLE 20 gas. I've got a Waco bike that's got a 60-inch wing on the top, 5-foot wing. The last 6 or 8 weeks, just been doing catch up on 25 years of technology. Yes, it's changed quite a bit. Remember, I was flying JR.
Man, why does everything look so pink?
Quit in 2008.
Pink?
Then,
Doesn't for me.
Yeah.
What color is my wingtip
And
smoke?
everything changed to Spectrum. I didn't even know Spectrum was the same as JR.
Is it like black or something?
So there we go.
Gray, yeah.
Right, it's supposed to be pink. Ah, there we go! Oh, I couldn't save it.
I don't think I showed you
Oh.
guys.
This mic,
I was
mic working. November
Yeah, I
Yankee,
hear you.
November.
It's working. What's up, Wild Bill?
Award
Was that Wild Bill?
Appreciation Award for the Catalina Club
Who was that?
for my contributions and the work on the field.
Oh, this is a Neanderthal pilot.
Oh,
Gotta
Neanderthal.
get a frame for this and put it up.
No, yes, I'm flying
sound like Bill.
RC-45J.
Now, we flew together at the
God, that was
Hemet event,
18
right?
years ago.
Were you at the Hemet event?
2008,
The freestyle
18
event?
years ago.
Or no?
Yeah, we did a lot of work, Fred.
Yep, I guess
We
that's a
made
no.
that club really nice. Nice new paved runway, 425
Maybe you're not who I
feet.
thought it was. By the way.
Gosh, probably over 100 feet of Ramada.
Oh.
All kinds of tables, charging stations, solar, container,
Nice.
nice, handicap bathroom. I mean, it's a pretty set up club. And it's a real shame we're going to have to move it. It's eventually going to happen.
This Twin
But you
Beach
know
is
how-
just going to be, I can tell
you know how
already, it's going to be
government
such
projects
a
are, right?
pleasure to fly.
They say we're going to
It's
do
gonna
it,
be so
and then
relaxing.
It's delayed, and then it's
Windy.
delayed, and then it's delayed, and then it's delayed again.
Yeah, the RC-45J,
So
so white and
you
orange
never know if
twin
it'll happen
engine,
this year or
and I'm
next
flying
year.
Beechcraft,
or
the
5
D18,
years.
the Navy version of it.
Just have to play it by ear.
You have it in real life, or
Catalina
just you
Club
mean
app.
on the sim?
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, that's a that's modeled after an actual plane that served from 43 to 72
You have one of these, Paul.
in the
Unfortunately,
U.S.
when
Navy.
I was complaining about this just the other week, probably, so I'll do it again though.
RC
Uh,
models.
Whenever somebody has a
Tucson,
custom airplane
Arizona.
on RealFlight,
That's such a cool hat.
it like doesn't show up for everybody else
I like them.
unless they grab it too, which is like
Oh, this is a recent
Yes, it
release
was a little
of my airplane. It just appeared the other day, so I bought it.
I think my business even
Oh,
does
So
that.
it's, I guess maybe everybody has to have that model pack for it to show up for them.
yeah, for it to see it,
Do that?
which is a flawed thing. I mean, you know,
I think I got
it'd be
an
one
award
thing to
somewhere
say
for
like
that
if you
donation,
don't buy
too.
it, you can't fly it, but you ought to make it visible to everybody.
So you can see it, yeah.
I mean,
Hard to
you
beat
know.
this simulator. And everyone in this room will say it's worth the cost.
Yeah, I remember flying this simulator 20-something years ago. It was version 2.
Yeah, yeah, no, that was my second version, was the G2.
Yeah.
I originally flew the RealFlight Deluxe, and then like, ooh, upgrade G2, and then I upgraded again. to
G2, yes.
Yeah, G2, and then I upgraded again to 7.5. I was like, wow, 7 already, and then now they're on Evo or whatever, and I had to do it again on Steam.
Yeah, it's funny how seasons of life go. You know, I was flying 25 years ago, and then, you know, raising a family, all that kind of stuff, and you're working your tail off, just doing your, you know, making your living, and I'm kind of like semi-retired now, so I'm like, you know what, I had a lot of fun with planes back in the day, why don't I do that again?
Well, that's awesome. The planes have come a long way.
Yeah, I can tell already, just the technology. I've been spending the last couple of months just trying to catch up on the tech.
It's
You
impossible.
know, and trying to do everything at once.
Right, there's so much. So there's so much that's happening in the, like the RF world, like, you know, so, I mean, most people would just end up flying Spectrum if you know, you don't think about it at all. And that
Yeah,
opens
that's
up the,
what I have, all Spectrum stuff.
right, because that way you have all access to all the bind and flies and all that.
Yep,
You know.
exactly. The Habu 80 I got is the first. I wanted to have I actually wanted to have a twin-engine jet, an F-14 from Freewing, but I was like, well, I'm not going to just jump into that. I need to go and get some hours with a jet and a multi-engine, and then I'll get into that.
Makes sense. But all the planes fly so much better since the battery technology came around. You know, once light goes...
Yeah, it seems like it.
That was a huge thing. And phones.
Plus, everybody's got flight computers now.
No.
With the AS3X and the...
Yeah. So most of the bind and flies do come with, you know, a gyro built into the receiver with these
Yeah.
stuff.
But yeah, back in the day, we didn't have any flight computer stuff. It was fly or die, right?
Yeah. I would say more than half the people are still on that, you know, that kind of, what do you call it? Camp is the word I was looking for. Yeah, more people are not.
You're cutting out so bad, Scott.
Dude, really?
It's like every other word. Yeah.
What happened? This used to work.
What's really nice though too is, you know, in the last 25 years, there's been a whole bunch of airfields that have popped up. You know, with the AMA, and I'm like, wow, I have one 15 minutes from my house with a 500-foot runway.
Nice.
Where are you at?
I'm in Northeast Tennessee,
Oh,
up by
okay,
Johnson
nice,
City
nice.
and Bristol and that area.
Okay. Super cool. That's my, I think that's where I'll end up later on in life, is Tennessee.
Yep.
I'd love to be down there.
Yeah, we lived in New Hampshire for 50-something years, and we wanted to move south, so Tennessee was kind of close to what we were used to seeing, so it reminded us of home, and we felt like it was home. So it's been great. We've been here 2 years now, so yeah, I've been here 2 years, and it's way better than New Hampshire, but it feels like New Hampshire, but all the best parts of it.
Okay.
Without the long winters.
Super cool.
It's almost like each season is exactly 3 months, you know?
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Jet A, Victor.
91, that's the year I graduated high school.
Jet A, Victor.
Oh my gosh.
91, 89 here.
Oh, right.
Scott, you are ancient.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
tried to tell you.
you know, you ever notice this hobby is full of old geezers?
Yeah, well, yeah.
It is.
So
It's like the only ones that have the time to do this stuff.
well, I've been lucky. I made time quite often. I mean, I've cycled in and out of the hobby a few times. But,
Yeah, I've mixed this with 30-something years of riding sport bikes and racetracks. So.
Oh wow, awesome.
Oh, there you go.
Bro, you've been flying around. That's cool.
Yeah, I did flying on the ground basically. You know, you're going around the corner and your helmet's 1.5 feet off the ground. You know, by the with the gator strip flashing by you.
Whoa,
you know that stuff.
What kind of bikes were you racing? Were you doing motocross
or? It was street bikes. I rode super bikes.
Okay,
I didn't do racing. I did track days and training. So I trained for racing, but I just never got into it because when I looked into it, it was like, man, these guys are crazy. We got to go to work tomorrow. You know, we can't just afford to crash and break bones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't do the racing. I did the track day stuff, which was like school and training environments. But you're still doing those speeds and stuff and learning that same technique. So, but I've done it for, oh gosh, 92 was when I first started. When I started to get really serious around 2005 or so.
Said, listen.
Yeah, but I mean, so that's a different kind of flying than I meant, because I thought you meant motocross, but still, that's got to be an incredible feeling. So no crashes
No,
for
he
you
just
though,
means
huh?
fucking. He just means
I've had a couple.
screaming.
One of them was after about 10 years on doing track days and stuff, and I crashed going in the fastest corner at New Hampshire Motor Speedway at about 70 miles an hour. After you tumble and it's finally done, because it takes forever to crash.
Right.
Because you're
You're
still moving and tumbling. It's like, wow, I'm still right. It's like, wow, I'm still crashing. I'm not done yet. And you're trying to get up, and you. It was like just like you spent, a minute inside of one of those astronaut machines that they tumble them all around in all axes. Because I had to hold onto the grass to keep from falling off the earth, that kind of stuff. Like you had too much moonshine, Just trying to stand up was a challenge.
Yeah, but
fortunately, my bike stayed on its side and it didn't tumble and destroy itself. So I just replaced a couple of panels and a couple of control bits, and it was fine. I was back.
Also
like 3
fortunate.
weeks later.
Also fortunate is that there was no sudden stop involved. That's why you were.
Yes, that's what's nice about track days, is the tracks are designed for that. You mess up and you don't generally die as often as on the street.
Did you like Nixon and give Elvis a special badge? That was Nixon, right? That gave Elvis like a special agent badge.
So do you even remember whatever the last plane you flew was back in the day?
Elvis the King.
Yeah, it was a Great Plains spacewalker. It had a 7-foot wingspan with a 1.6 horsepower 4-stroke with a 16-inch wooden prop on it. And I'll tell you, starting that sucker, it's like, don't get anywhere near that thing.
And that was nitro, huh? Yeah, so that was one of the bigger...
Yes, it was nitro.
So I had back in those days an OS 108, like they called it a BGX or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was a OS 108 on a Goldberg Ultra.
Was that the brand of the engine, OS?
No,
because I think
OS,
I remember that.
Yeah, OS is the most
popular.
popular.
Yeah, that was the brand of the engine that I had. Yep.
Yeah.
Drifting for God.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I'm noticing that with all the technology and the developments, you can put together a plane in an afternoon. If you really knew what you're doing, in the first place. Like right now, I'm trying to learn 25 years worth of stuff, and try to be successful on my first flight. I'm not just going to go out there and take a plane out of a box and hook it up and say, okay, here we go. Starting with the flight sims and flying the actual planes that that I've bought and everything. So that Hub 80 and this RC-45J, the Beechcraft.
I would ask Kenny about.
So do you know about swap pages on here at all?
I'm not sure what those are. Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Instead of buying airplane packs, you can just download them off the internet and basically copy and paste them into the game and fly whatever you want to fly. There's a crap load of airplanes.
I got RealFlight through Steam, and I just bought the planes. I bought the planes for Steam that I actually bought from Motion RC and
right. But what he's saying is, if you look it up, if you Google it on the internet on your web browser, look up RealFlight swap pages, and you can get a lot of those planes for free. Is what he's saying.
Oh, and they'll work with RealFlight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
People design their own airplanes. There's thousands of crazy airplanes that you can fly.
Yep. It's funny, for a career I worked in aerospace too, so I've always kind of had my hands in it, you know, the technology, whether I'm had an interest in flying or flying model aircraft, but I've manufacturing, you know, jet engines and anything that spins fast and has blades on it. That's kind of the stuff that I made. Turbochargers, air compressors, that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Rocket engine stuff.
Did you text Mark today or no?
Again, guys.
I did not.
You know what time that is.
If I'm talking about RealFlight, it would be through our group. So you'd know if I did.
Oh, let's see.
Nice.
Maybe. Nope.
And my Uncle Paul's in the Marine Corps.
What else? I'm all the way to D's now.
He was trying to get to fly one of those.
It's a no C button, huh? That
No
sucks.
C button, so it's boring for me. I gotta just keep scrolling through airplanes.
Bill, great big show. Thank you all. Thank you,
Don't
Jeff.
worry, what's that?
Thank you for coming in and flying, Jeff.
Draco? Draco?
Have a
Yeah, maybe I'll play Draco for a
day,
minute.
sir.
This is pretty
Great
capable.
evening. Great rest of your week. El Cabal. Oh no, Mr. Bill!
What is there? No? Is there no dual routes on this plane? This is crazy.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to do it.
Oh, there's a safe button probably.
There I was, naked in the wilderness. Enjoy the ride, MC Bob. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it, sir. And I hope to see you next week, and we can talk about how your flight was, if you made one. And many blessings to you. Keep it on the track. And keep it on at least one wheel. Most of the time. Gotta watch out for Sluggo there, Philip. BBL Brando.
Oh, differential thrust is so nice on this thing. You can like wing this thing around.
Yeah. To all of us, unless we knew to download it ahead of time, it just looks like a little blue plane for us, though.
Very nice.
I could just tell already. It's just even in the simulation, it's going to be one of these relaxation aircraft. You just sit in a lawn chair, put a nice big battery in it, and fly it for like 10 or 12 minutes at a time and enjoy the thing.
So as always, guys, I'm going to leave the RealFlight going for a little bit.
Oh, wow. Looks like Bill's getting ready to log off. It's already 8:30, wow.
I can fly a little bit too.
Oh, I still have to put all my shit away. I just shoved it in the door, but I didn't organize batteries or
trying to fly just a little
do
bit
anything like that yet.
Now, what kind of shit are we talking about?
Wasn't holding my tongue
I
right,
just got back from Utah, but I brought all my I brought like my quad stuff with me, and you know, I got batteries and stuff.
Felt like Will trying to put some
Plus
rings on
the normal, like, you know, getting your clothes.
Bro, you are seriously like,
some aircraft are like that.
for every 5 words that you say, 2 words come out.
Oh, that sucks.
Actually, I've been hearing him clear. It might be on your end. He's
Really?
been real
Every
clear.
word?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really smooth. I've heard everything.
Victor, you're welcome. Phil,
Huh.
you're welcome.
Oh no. Oh
Thank
no.
you guys. Many prayers to you guys.
See, an environment like this. I haven't used RealFlight very much yet. Is there a first-person view out of this, like out of the cockpit or something?
Yes, in other airports.
There is, but in
Oh, just not at this airport.
Yeah, so whenever you get to an airport, just hit the C button, and if it changes your view, just keep hitting it until it goes to the cockpit.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this map does not allow it.
Thank you, Fred.
Yeah, I thought it was something
They've
I was
got
missing.
Any better, Fred?
They've got obstacle courses that you can fly through and everything in first person.
Yeah, that would be a blast.
Right, son. He's not even here. But I know where he's laying down, sleeping.
And also, if you're ever so inclined with that swap pages thing, you can download wild airports that people have created. So there's a bunch that you can do with
he's
those.
got an airport that he made.
Oh, you can download them off swap pages. There's
Until next Monday,
hundreds.
have a great
Gotcha.
rest of your week. We'll see you soon. You guys take care. Love you guys, man. We'll see you. No Wood Nichols. Yes, sir. Everyone. Emerson lurks. Yes, he does. I know he does. But I put him to sleep the first 20 minutes, though. Hey, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday. Peace.
Holy shit, it's still crashed.
There we go.
Oh, Victor left.
Yeah, the flying club that I joined just a month or so ago, they asked me what I was planning to fly. I told them that 80 millimeter jet, the Habu. They all thought I was nuts, and I'm like, oh, maybe I am. We'll see.
I mean, how does it feel? You know, I mean, it's like riding a bike, whatever progress level you got to, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal flying a jet. You know, you just have to kind of get the feel for its characteristics, and obviously landing, you got to land them with a little bit more care, with paying attention to your airspeed.
Yeah.
You know, land it with some throttle and some alpha on that, and just kind of let it sink down to the runway and land on your mains. It's not like the tail draggers where you just kind of fly them to the ground.
Well,
and flare them a little bit, and that's about it.
These 3D, sorry to interrupt you, by the way, but these 3D planes that we like to fly, in real life, sometimes, if you like it, like really 3D, it's a taste thing, but for some people, you have the CG so far back in some planes that it's almost like you have to wait for it to start to mush.
Yeah.
Or like it kind of transitions
if you have the CG further back, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it'll balloon and then finally it's almost like you're having to give a smidge of down elevator during the approach part. It's plane by plane basis. Most don't do that, but I remember a few times it felt like that. But anymore these days, like
But we'll
they have
see.
all
I
these.
got.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, I want to hear.
Go ahead.
I want to hear what you're saying.
I was just saying that I got. Fortunately, the airfield. I was what I was saying a little while ago. The club that I joined. Our runway is 28 feet wide, and it's 500 feet long, all paved. So it's like you have tons of room to make lots of corrections on the way down. So maybe you don't land where you think you did, but you think you wanted to be, but you'll get out on the ground.
Yeah. We have a flag field here in town that is deceptively, it's like very wide, and it's very there's plenty of room, but like it's still so easy to miss the runway for a lot of people because of a weird optical illusion depth issue. It's hard to explain, but
Yep.
in my opinion, at that runway, you've just got to make sure your turn ends like super inside. You know what I mean? Instead of like thinking like you're lining up with the middle of the runway or something like that, like you might as well miss to the inside, closer to yourself. And then you can kind of nudge it as soon as you get low enough to see where you're at, relative to that, then you can nudge it back toward the center line or whatever.
Right. You don't necessarily have to be looking at the exact spot on the runway that you're approaching, because you can't really do that in the third person. You can kind of imagine it, but it's not something that you can actually lock onto, flying from the ground in third person.
Right. And for people,
but
for people when they're
like hang gliding was very easy for me.
Oh.
I did it for a weekend. I went to a hang gliding school 25, 30 years ago, and
man, how much fun
I found it was really easy. It was 3 days, and it was 3 days at a flight park in western New Hampshire, and it was on the side of a mountain. So basically, you climb the mountain, you fly down. You climb the mountain, you fly down. It was kind of a fun park. It was Morningside Flight Park is what it was called. I'm not sure if they still operate, but back in the day, it was just a ton of fun. And there was a group of guys that I was with, and they were all trying to follow the instructor yelling with a bullhorn down at the bottom of the mountain to give them instructions on the way down. I just ignored them and did what intuitively felt right. I was the only one that could land on my feet.
Huh.
Oh, it was funny.
Yeah, it's fun when the curve. I was just telling my nephew about this. It's fun when you're at a good part of the learning curve. Like you just so happen to.
Right, when you have the knack for it,
Yes.
I guess if you can call it. Because I had done flight simulating stuff since I was a kid, and I've always had an interest in it, and actually around, I want to say late 90s, I was actually a coach for basic flight maneuvers and air combat in a couple of different flight simulators back then, for teams that would play online in leagues. So I actually turned it into a job, and I got to a place where when it felt like a job, I was like, I'm done. I just quit cold turkey one day.
How long did that take to get to that point where it felt like a job?
I flew in those sims for probably 5 years, in the last 2 years felt like a job because, you know, when your name gets out there and your call sign is out there, you get messages constantly. It's like, hey, you know, we have a 4-person team. I have this new guy. We need to train him for this role in these missions. And a lot of guys, it's amazing how some of these teams, they pick their pilots and they don't even know the most basic things about flying and staying alive and learning when to fight and when to run away and all that stuff. It's chess, 3D chess in the sky is what it really is.
Wow. And have you kept track these days with how weird it's getting with drone technology and everything? Like, you know, it feels like the concept of a fighter pilot is running out, you know, like within a decade or so.
Yeah, I have maybe about 5 years ago, I had a neighbor that he flew for the Army out of a trailer. He flew drones, and that's what his job was. So I thought that was weird, and there was nothing about it that was remotely even made it feel like aviation in a traditional sense, you know, like flying an airplane. You didn't feel it at all. It was just like you told it where to go and what to do, but you had no connection with your aircraft, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that didn't interest me at all.
Yeah, whenever I saw drones start popping up on the scene in the RC world, you know, somebody would come out and they'd be super proud that they could press a button and have it return to home. And I'm like, great, that's good for you.
You didn't do anything.
Yeah, so you didn't have to
The
have any
software developer
learning
did
curve.
that.
Right, yeah, so you did, yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. You did nothing but press a button,
Yeah, the software developer just did that for you and everything, which was, I mean, most of the time, people didn't understand there was really only 3 things that you needed to keep track of in a dogfight. In a traditional dogfight of yesteryear, where it's guns, not missiles, where it was basically your energy state, your speed, your position relative to them, and your altitude relative to them. And if you could hold on to two of those 3, it didn't matter which 2, you basically win just about every time. And they didn't know what those 3 factors were a lot of times. So when it got to be, you know, night after night of teaching the same thing over and over for all these different teams that were playing, it's like, oh, I need you to bring this pilot up to speed. We got a match coming, blah blah blah. And so, no thanks. From some of the early reviews on this Beechcraft, it looks like you can get over 10 minutes of flight on a decent sized battery, like a 5,000.
What is that, 6S?
A 5,000, 5,000 for the
No, but how many cells?
E-Flight Beechcraft D18.
Right, but how many cells?
That'd be it'll run on a 3S or a 4S.
4S,
But I'll probably get a 4S for mine, just so I'll have the extra power.
Yeah. Well, wait, is it the same motor? Because I was going to say, don't make the mistake I did. I flew an airplane, and it wasn't great, but I was like, this is passable. And, you know, like a little ARF thing, you know? And, and then when I looked it up, I'm like, oh, look, they have a 4S version. I'll get that one. It's even better. Well, no.
And it wasn't as good?
It wasn't as good at all, because the plane flew passable as a 3S, but I mean barely. So with the extra weight you needed with the 4S, it was like I have to shove the battery like almost out of the battery compartment to get it to fly right. And then even then it's still like kind of on the heavy side where it was flying fine with the 3S. So I should have ordered it with the 3S package that I flew with, that I thought it was okay, you know, like it's a mistake I made. But
yeah, and I'm not like a pilot that's interested in a lot of like 3D and some radical maneuvers and stuff like that. I like to kind of fly scale, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
where it looks like the real plane in the sky. It's like, oh, that's believable that that could be the real plane.
Right.
Instead of this wild maneuver with tumbles and
stuff like that. Easy. So you know the real air show pilots are learning from us, though. You do realize that. Like some of the stuff that you see us do 1 decade later, you see like, well now he's passed, but Rob Holland was doing stuff. I mean, like he was constantly.
Oh, wasn't he just? Didn't he pass like just a month ago or something?
Not a month.
Just recently.
Oh, recently. Yeah.
I heard about him.
Yeah, but I mean, he was so. Think about it like this: when you do an experimental aircraft, don't you do a model of it first?
Yes.
Right. So.
And you go to different altitudes and different speeds and do with a you know a notepad on your thigh and you write down a whole bunch of things.
Right. Well, you scale up, right? I mean, you know, you'll try it on a smaller scale.
Right.
And the thing is, like, I feel like aerobatics has been that way throughout the years. You know, I just think that whatever you saw people doing aerobatically. Yeah. Yep. Elsewhere. How about on the ground? I'm gonna hover on the ground. There you go. Yeah. This is less bothersome for you. There you go.
Are you like spinning like is that you spinning like a top down there?
Yes. Yeah. This is my favorite breakdancing airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like my head spin.
And I know there are different names for those maneuvers and stuff. Like I've heard of like the crankshaft and other weird names and stuff like that. But
yeah, crankshafts have been around.
I never learned any of that stuff.
Crankshaft is basically saying Longshevak. If you remember the Longshevak back in the day.
No, I do not. I do not remember.
Well, that was a thing, and that was a thing in the late 90s. But now people would call it.
Wasn't the guy's name Carl? Carl Lomshevak?
I am not sure.
Oh, so it was a maneuver named after the guy that invented it?
You know, I'm learning this in real time, if that was the case. I do not know. I just remember it was called Lomshevak or Lomshevak. It was like weird spelling with a C.
A buddy of mine was in the Marines, and he told me about some of the things that their C-130 could do as an airplane. As far as like a combat landing and stuff in the middle of the night. He's like,
no,
he's like, you would not believe in the maneuverability those big airplanes can do.
Yeah, the only problem is, I remember seeing one of them demonstrate those maneuvers and end up crashing. You know, like they were doing like an extreme version of the capabilities of the C-130, and
at a demonstration or something, and
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was even a demonstration, but they were for sure demonstrating the capabilities. That much I know, and it was caught on film.
Yep.
And
I remember a B-52 in a really big banked turn, and it ended up just falling straight into the ground. That was over in Europe, I think, at an air show.
Oh, at an air show. I don't
killed all his crewmates.
I don't believe this incident I was just telling you about with the C-130. I don't believe it was at an air show, though. I could be wrong, but I didn't think it was.
So this new piece of technology, this safe thing, I think that's cheating.
Okay.
Back in the day, we had to fly or die, didn't we? Remember that?
No, I mean, remember
we had to fly or die?
Bro, remember what a trainer was like? You had a cord between like the two transmitters, and like it was like
Yeah.
basically a nitro plane that did not fly well, but it flew less aerobatic or whatever, and that was a trainer.
So
Yeah.
Just a
You
highway.
get it all bent out of
PT-40.
shape, and then you say,
PT-40,
to the other
exactly.
person, "Oh, can you save it?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was high
Save my plane,
technology
please.
because people used to pass the transmitter back and forth and it came out with the trainer function in like the 90s or something. And that was like pretty advanced way to teach somebody how to or let somebody fly like that. You know, when back in the late 90s when I was reacclimating with RC. What plane did you just switch to?
What was that again?
Talking to Riggs over here. I thought he switched planes, but I guess not. Hold on. Let me get it out of the way. Let me just here. Hold on. Let me find a better spot where it doesn't bother. Here. How about right here? This is probably the best. Right here. So yeah. No, we're not gonna bother anybody there, right?
So what gets displayed in RealFlight if you don't have the model? Is it some sort of generic looking thing?
Yes, very generic looking, small, blue, semi-transparent thing, and it's like the same all the time. It's just the same generic.
Because I'll tell you, some of these
nondescript.
aircraft, they're just beautiful in the sky. You know, just looking at them. So it's a shame that everybody can't see
Agreed.
everybody else's airplane, even though if they didn't buy them themselves.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think
Preaching
it
to
would
the
take
choir.
much network
We need
bandwidth to be able to pass that around.
Don't get him started.
No, we need to start. We need to
Oh,
start
really?
spamming.
You've complained about this before?
Yeah. Oh, many times.
He
We need to
bitches
start.
about this. He bitches about this nonstop.
It's the one thing I bitch about, though, right? I mean, I don't bitch about much, but that and Spectrum with their business model of well, you just have to have 4 more satellites and you'll be fine.
Don't
didn't
you
hear.
fly Spectrum?
I have a Spectrum transmitter, but I don't trust it much.
Don't use that shit.
It's almost
Uh-oh,
all.
I started off wrong. I get all Spectrum stuff on both my planes.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I hope you're in an area where the air is not as bad as it is in most places of the country. The thing is, when Spectrum started with their, protocol, at that time, that was more than enough to get the signal to the plane, typically for line of sight. But I will say this. You remember 72 megahertz with the long antennas?
Yes.
Back when radios were real radios, and you could put it to the, if you had it near a radio, you would hear a bunch of the noise, and then you would move the sticks and you would hear the noise change through the radio.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's not strong anymore. They kept it at like 100 milliwatts, maybe less, maybe a little bit more, who knows. They're very, they don't tell you what the power level is. And then, throughout the years, the air has gotten worse and worse. There's all kinds of noise in the air from like Wi-Fi and everything. Just everything. Everything is near that frequency. So the transmitter does not necessarily make it through all the weird noise that may or may not be in the air at any given moment. So sometimes...
Oh, it just gets blanked out?
Yeah, it just doesn't... there's stuff that comes in the air that's like so obnoxious and temporary that it knocks your connection away because, it just can't get it through all that to the airplane properly. Whereas if there was more power, it probably would. You know.
Yeah, my understanding is that once they're bound, it does this really fast cycling through the whole spectrum of that 2.4 gigahertz.
You know, I'm not so sure I believe that.
Band.
I'm not so sure I believe that.
Because otherwise we would still have, you know, frequency flags or channel flags.
No. So
like
now
we used to.
That's not necessarily true. Let's say there's 100 different spots where you could be on the spectrum.
Yeah.
If that's true, then what it's doing is looking something, like let's say the transmitter. I'm talking on my ass here, just so you know this. But so, let's say the transmitter figures out, you know, where there's a frequency that's kind of free. It like communicates that to the receiver, and then they simultaneously switch to that. This is the idea. But what I think is really happening is like you turn on and it finds a channel like that, and then it just probably sticking with whatever it finds that's good. And if it's rotating through, that's even worse, because chances are it's going to rotate through to something weird, and right when it does, like something is going to pop on that channel, and your radio's not going to know, the receiver's not going to know
right, in the
what we
frames
just
that,
switched to.
But fortunately, there won't be a lot of frames that get lost. It might lose a frame here or there, but it's switching so fast through so many. I mean, the radio technology actually was invented by. Do you remember that actress from decades ago, Hedy Lamarr?
No.
Yeah. Wow.
She actually she played a dumb, attractive woman character a lot of times, but she was a very intelligent woman, and she actually helped invent a radio technology that was not jammable during that time period, during the World War II time period. You couldn't just flood a spectrum, because there's even though you try to put as much as you can out there, there's gaps in there. And
that all sounds
the technology. But the thing was, is the Navy stole that. She should have got credit for it, but the Navy stole that technology and didn't give her credit for it back in the day.
Listen,
I mean, I'm talking 70 years ago.
I'm gonna change subjects real quick.
So it's not a new idea.
We'll come right back to this. But have you ever heard of something called Flight Test or Flight Fest? Okay, so once a year, these guys put together an event, and they try and get as many people in the air as possible at one time. So, most people, you're flying Spectrum or Futaba or whatever, but it's all on the same spectrum of, like 2.4.
The same band,
right?
yeah.
And you get like all these people in the air at one time, and it's amazing. There is a limit somewhere, but it's not easily reached. You got like 50, 70 people up in the air at one time, and it's just a fiesta of like self-built airplanes from that week. And the idea is like it's like an air derby. The idea is to see who can stay in the air the longest, and it's just great. But you think like, oh, if there's all this frequency hopping and everything is hopping around, like how's that really gonna work there? You know what I mean? Like how quick would that,
there may be
fall apart?
It depends on how wide of a band that they're using and how narrow each slot or slice of the band is, maybe.
Right, but you're
there
talking
might be
about
far more than we realize.
That's fine, but say there's, I don't know, say it's really narrow band, and that's great, where you can get the precision down to like some amount to where across the whole band there's, I don't know, 300, let's say. But if you got like 50, 70, 80 people in the air, and like all of these are constantly trying to switch around all over the place, so that means a second ago there was clean air there. But probably 2 or 3 people tried to switch to that at the same time. So how often would that not work out? So what's more likely happening is if
you get network collision basically is
right,
what you get.
yeah.
It's just like on a computer network.
Obviously it wouldn't work. So clearly what must be happening is like, you know, it's finding a channel that's the best strength or, you know, least noise or whatever. And it's probably mostly sticking to that until something goes horribly wrong, maybe. I don't know. And then what does it have an idea where to go next, like as a backup? I mean, how's this working? Because once you lost connection to where you're in a hold, you know what I mean? If you're in a hold, like how would you know the timing of and what frequency to try to do next or what, you know, like it just how that would
my
break down pretty
understanding
fast.
is that it's my understanding is that's predetermined in the protocol. That's my understanding of it.
Yeah. No, it sounds unnecessarily complicated for something that is like, keep in mind, all they would have to do is add a little power and not have people's. So coming back to this, plenty of people are losing airplanes. Like, just
from a radio glitch of some sort.
From specifically with Spectrum, like Futaba and some others seem to be better at it. And then now there's this thing called FR Sky, and what they're doing is they're using 2.4, but they have a 900 megahertz backup, which is like way more robust. But to be honest, 2.4 can work even as a long-range protocol if you did it right. But you got to have some power, and you got to do it in the right way. But like the way Spectrum does it, like it's the most fragile of ways possible. And then their business
model.
It's not
as robust as some of the others.
No, and well, Futaba is apparently from all accounts a better, but I'm still not so sure they're using any more power because, you know, when this issue comes up, it's funny how like Spectrum supporters will speak up for Spectrum and be like, well, they have to comply with the you know, the FCC and all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, so why do the other 4 protocols that we know of are not like that? You got Crossfire, you got well, what's the other one? Tracer, you got Ghost, you got now you got Express LRS, which is basically Crossfire, you know, close enough. And that's both, and that works on 2.4 or 900. You know, I mean, one of those that I mentioned, I think it's Tracer, is a 2.4 protocol, and it does long range. So it's just, you know, this is a fallacy. The idea that it can't go over like 125 milliwatts, like all these other protocols, they tell you what the power is, and you're able to limit it or not. You know, to what I mean, a lot of them, the one watt is like the highest, you know, because it requires a lot of battery and current to get over like 1 watt. But there are 2 watt, you know, transmitter modules for those protocols, you know, sometimes. But 1 watt is fine, and 500, to be honest, for a line of sight plane without like a shit ton of carbon would be fine. But I mean, the Spectrum business model is like, no, you can run it in your big airplane and fly far away, and it's great. All you have to do is put 17 satellites in it. Oh, how much is each satellite? You know what I mean? Instead of just getting the transmitters, the signal, like, properly out there. So, I don't know. That's my other rant.
Yep.
I ran about the, that we can't see the people's models, and I ran about the,
can't
Spectrum.
see the other models. That's the other one, right?
Yeah. 2 things. These are my 2 rants.
Alright guys, I'm going to sleep.
I finally woke up, which is good.
Have a good night.
You guys have a good night too.
Alright, man. See you next week, bro.
Yeah, cheers. You have a good week, man. I'll be texting you.
Alright, man. Right on.
Cheers.
Alright.
It's funny, when I decided that I was going to fly again, I was like, I just need to get some simulator time in there, and And was it you that was saying earlier that it was kind of like, well, it's kind of like it could probably come back like.
Uh-oh. Wah, wah. Right mid-sentence. Ah.